Hey, hey y'all, hey. I know it's late, really, really late. I couldn't get myself together today. It was a very, very hard day to say the least. And those who have been following me know how so it's kind of crazy that 10/16 just passed. So yeah, I don't even know. I talked to my sister earlier and asked her like if she still wanted to be able to come on and talk with me tonight. And she said yes, but that was a little bit ago. So I wonder if she's still going to be available. I hope so. I don't even know where to begin. As you can see, my eyes are still puffy because, like, and I don't want to lose it. I couldn't get myself together this ride for whatever reason. It was very, 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 very emotional, and it wasn't even a bad ride. But I couldn't get my son off my mind. So that was really very, very emotional. I couldn't really like focus on the ride. I knew where I had to go, but like my thoughts were all over the place. And it's funny because when I did the leap year ride, it was like that same way. And every time I'm out there, like I swear to goodness, like no matter when it is, I can like check the weather and everything else, and everything will be all good. And then all of a sudden, the weather is weathering. It makes no sense to me, like what happens and why it happens. Good evening, good evening. I mean, I don't know why that happens, because I definitely always check, always see, because I don't want to be out there. That's why like my vest has that storm chaser patch, because it never fails. It like absolutely never, ever fails. But on that ride, like when I was talking to my sis, she called to check on me, like, hey, like, how was your ride? Like, how was it? Because I was in like a lot of bad weather, and we just talked about what you're thinking about when you're on your rides. And she dubbed it a really cool name, helmet syndrome. And we all experience it, we all go through, but I've never heard it called anything, proper. So it was really cool to hear her say that. So, we're supposed to talk about it today. Like I said, I tagged her, so I don't know if she's on here yet. Let me see if she's there. Hey, brother, twin, where have you been? So, and you ride long distance too, just talking about the thoughts that go through your mind, like when you're riding. And I think that's what my problem was, because when you're on the bike, it's just you. Like when you're in your car, you can, talk to other people, you're listening to the radio. And then when you're on your bike, you listen to your radio too. But you're doing like all these different things. But after so long, you're not really listening to the radio anymore. It could be like talk radio, or maybe you're listening to an audiobook, but really, I think because our head is enclosed in a helmet, your thoughts become vocal, like they're loud. You know what I mean? And so it's like everything that was going through my head became audible. It was just there. It was loud, like, and I started thinking about this and thinking about, I think the craziest stuff in that helmet, like it's not even like funny when I'm riding and obviously you're being observant because you're like on the road, and I see something happen. I'm like, wonder what that person's thinking about. What are they doing? Like, what were they here? What were they there? What was this? What was that? And then I just make a story up, like in my mind. Like I just make a whole story, and that's probably not what's even happening there, like at all. But for whatever reason, that's what you do to occupy your time, because what else are you going to do for upwards of 14 hours, 15 hours, 16 hours? In this trip, my mind really got the best of me. It was like everything I saw, everything I processed, everything I passed just reminded me, of my oldest son. And it just became a little bit harder to focus and to get to, this place or that place. Finding the routes. I didn't run the route like it was planned. I rode it. Well, there was 2 rides. I don't know if you guys remember. I needed 4 more rides for my platinum mile eater. And that's why I said the 4,000 miles in 14 days. But it really was 4 separate rides in order to earn that certificate. So I did the Egg Sanity, the Leap Year, the coffee ride, and then the ride from the Iron Elite. So those were my 4. So I got all 4 rides, the 4,000 miles in less than the 14 days. I did them in like a week from each other. So needless to say, I'm a little bit exhausted, but I wanted to make sure that I got it done so that I had that. But again, this space, tell me some of the things that you all think about when you're riding. Let me see who I can get on here to talk to me. Oh, sister, let's see if she's available. I can't even see everybody on the list, but I don't see Alejandro. I don't see Logic. Where you at?
Girl, I didn't even think this was live. I was like, is this live or am I watching the live?
No, I know I'm on so late because I couldn't get myself together. I like had tried to make my eyes go down and everything else. So we're talking about that headspace, like when you're riding, like what what are you thinking about? Like what are you processing? Like how do you get from A to B in yourself, in your helmet? And is there such thing as too much free time, too much space? Like what are you focused on, like when you're riding? And is it a good thing? Is it a bad thing? Is it a dangerous place to be? You know what I'm so crazy in my mind. Sometimes like I'm riding, and so and when I'm on my bike, 2 Chainz, Lil Wayne, Piper, all mixed in one. So I'm like rapping and I'm going, and then Jay-Z and Beyonce ride past, and they see me performing on my bike, and then they pull over and they pull me over, and then they like sign me to a deal and like all this stuff. Like I'm telling you, like these are things that I think about when I'm telling you, like my mind processes the craziest stuff when I'm riding. So I'm like, what do other people think about? Like, how do you get through your ride? Because I'm trying to tell you, like, I wish I wish there could be a camera in my helmet, in my mask, so y'all can really see what I process. Y'all will be like, this girl's crazy for real.
Like,
Like,
okay, damn. Like, I was watching you do your coffee. I was like, how in the hell is she drinking all this coffee? And then this iced coffee. And then I was like,
because
oh,
I
I would
don't really
be.
drink coffee. I don't drink coffee. So I had to get lattes and like frozen stuff because I'm not a coffee drinker. Like, I was
Yeah,
like,
I was like, she
water.
already, first of all, you're already hyper piper.
I,
So you don't need anything to give you that extra energy. So baby, when I say you drink all them costs, I said this child gonna be lit till next week.
when I,
She gonna be riding. She be like, you know what? I'm just gonna go home next week because I have so much energy. I
my
was like,
heart, my heart felt different. I thought I was going to have to go to the emergency room. Like it was so weird. I've never felt that way. Like it was weird. And I drink like Red Bulls and 5 Hour Energies and stuff like that, but this was different. But I don't know if it was the coffee necessarily, or if I was in my. I'm telling you, I was so in my
it
head
was
today. It,
bad. Did you have that espresso candy too? I was like, oh Lord, so that's what it was. You had a lot of caffeine.
I, And did you see the new beans? Like, so I had the dark beans, but when I got to Ziggy's, which was in Indianapolis, Indianapolis, it was like white chocolate and dark chocolate. It was different and it was creamy and it was good. Like I was like, So they had a big jar. And so I was like, how much is this jar? They're like, we can't sell you the jar. Like those are samples. Like their bag only had like 12 beans in it for like $4. I was like, I need a cup so I can just take some of these beans here. But I did get a bag too. But I was like, I want the whole jar that y'all have right there. Like that's what I wanted. But yeah, so that probably did it too. Like you know how it was probably like extra superpower strength or something that I did not need for 14 hours because it was crazy. Like I was like all over, and then I crashed. I was crashing. You know what I mean? Like after you, are you frozen? Can you see me? Sister, you're frozen. Ah! And you're like just perfectly in place. And you all cute too, in perfect place. Sister, you're frozen. We got to get her back because she's totally frozen. Oh, let's see. How do I get you? Brother, I'm going to try to. See, you're not on there. Can you, Logic, can you request to come on? See, right was free to explore all the old thoughts and noise of people. Yeah, like, and that's what I'm saying. So when you're processing those thoughts, whether they're old thoughts, new thoughts, or something that you're trying to like work out, do you find that it helps you with the ride, or do you feel like it's distracting to you in your ride in that moment? Like, does it get you through that long time, or does it like make you? I know. I said, okay, let me see if I can get you back. I was like, you're frozen. Oh no, it's not showing you. This would be the weirdest thing. I'm gonna have to get the thing where you get the link, but I don't want to have to send the link out because what if y'all don't get the link and then how y'all gonna come on? But yeah, I wonder, can you request to come back? Let me see. Oh, Mr. Iron Elite 2024. We got Mr. Hodge on the line. Congratulations. Hey now, hey. How you doing, Titan? Got a Titan on the line. I feel fly now. How you been? Congratulations again. All 2024. So we're just talking about your headspace. Oh, bam. Thank you. I got you. Logic. Yes. Oh, it's coming. So we're going to see. There you go. Now you'll be able to tell what you.
Hey.
It worked. Yes. How you doing? So
I'm good.
coming from California?
Huh?
You were coming from California? Where were you riding from? You were thinking?
Well, I was coming out of New Mexico, going across into Texas and Oklahoma and everything. And that road, that one time I just zoned out. But then when I zoned out, I can remember the things that I had on my mind when I was back at home, because a lot of noise and other people stop me from thinking about stuff, get distracted. But then when I got on that road, I can remember everything. But then I just completely zoned out. Completely zoned out. Yeah.
So do you think that that's a good process? Like it helps you get through all of those miles, or is it distracting? Do you feel like it gives you too much time? Like you said, when you were home and you were trying to process it, there were a lot of noise, there was a lot of thoughts,
Hmm.
there was a lot of in your ear. But now that you're by yourself with it, you know how sometimes like you have that go-to person you can like back and forth with and work things out. But when it's you in your own mind processing, do you feel like you're giving yourself the answers that you want to hear or the answers that you need to hear? Like, you know what I mean? Like, is it easier
Hmm.
to process on long trips or like,
Well, for me, and I always believe, you, you can lie to yourself sometimes, but when you're sitting there by yourself, you try to lie to yourself. You hear yourself say, "Now you know that ain't true. Now you know what you need to, you know what you really need to be doing." You know, if you're doing something wrong, you'll hear yourself tell you, you know, you don't need to be doing that. So
Absolutely.
it helps me process and actually excites me and gets me ready for whenever I get back to try to accomplish some of the things that I was holding back on.
Hmm.
So it helps me out. Now all that's out the window when I'm riding at night.
Yes, because you got to filter.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
absolutely. So you're like,
Mhm,
and I think for me, what gets crazy, like you said, the response back to
mhm,
yourself. Like
mhm.
sometimes I'm in there arguing, like, well, what made you think you could do that? Like, because I'm grown, like, and that's what I wanted to do. Well, you shouldn't have did that. You should have did it this way, but I did it this way. So now what? Now where are we? And it's like, but
Right.
that's you processing things. That's you working it out. That's like troubleshooting. That's like back
Mhm,
on board type thing. But I think what's crazy about it is how it's happening. And I really like bicker back and forth with myself.
mhm.
Am I the only one who does that? Like, and I see it like I'm in my helmet and it's almost it's loud, like echoing because it's only you in
It's
it, but
only
like
you.
and it
Right.
may not even be words coming out, but it's like your mind is speaking and but you can hear it like
Hmm.
as
Hmm.
word, like verbal. And I'm like, is it just me? Like, or does this happen like to other people? And it's like, how do people, process that? Like, what is it that they're going through when they're doing it? Or do you just like listen to your radio and you just go along with that? Like, you know what I mean? Like for
Well,
me,
even when you're listening to your radio, if I'm listening to the radio or MP3 player, something will come on because you chose the songs. Something will come on that's gonna make you start thinking. You know.
when they say if you're still enough or you're quiet enough, you can hear God talk to you.
Hmm.
But how do you know it's him that's talking to you and not you again telling yourself what
Because
you
your
think?
because your flesh won't like it.
Mm.
How do I know if God is talking to me, or as other people say, the enemy, or I'm trying to convince myself on something? Because if God is talking to you, only thing that's going to come out of it is His glory and His holiness. If you are in your flesh, if you are in it, you're not going to like it. So you're going to try to. Okay, now I don't. Okay, well He'll forgive me. Well, God knows my mind. You'll start telling yourself that. But if it's God that's talking to you.
Then you're going to know.
That's you going back and forth.
So like even like you said, you get excited about it and you go back home and start putting things in place, the
Hmm.
process that you were thinking. Do you feel like you gave yourself that assignment to do, or do you think he put it on your heart to do? You know what I mean? Again, like how do you know it's your own thought that's
Hmm.
taking you there? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Well, personally, when I get energetic like that and I come home and try to process and put those things together, it was because I was keeping myself down. For some reason, I'm at home doing whatever, and I can't get to that next to point two.
Okay.
I'm at point one. I can't get to point two. So you go on this ride and you start thinking, and if God is speaking to you because of your relationship, like Gorilla Blue just said, um, because of your relationship, when you get back, now he done lit a fire in you. Okay, now get it done.
Oh,
Stop being stagnant. Stop being slothful. Now get it done. Yeah, yeah.
absolutely, absolutely, yeah. Like
Mhm.
the daily sins will get you every time, and I just feel like a lot of time I have so much in my mind that it's not necessarily overwhelming, but it's like I'm pulled here and pulled here and pulled there, pulled there. Like, how do you process what it is that you're supposed to be doing? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Mhm.
I wanted to do the Running Your Motor with Piper. Then I wanted to do this. Then I want to do like YouTube. Then I want to do this. I want like there's just all the like I just want to share. Like I just want to share. I just want people to see what I see. I want people because not everybody can get out. Not everybody can ride as like long or as far and maybe as often. So I want them to see the beauty that is our world.
Hmm.
Really, I just want to live. I want to
Yeah.
not feel like I didn't do anything. Like,
Right.
and even like this last time, just thinking about my son, he was 20. You know what I mean? It's just,
Hmm. Hmm.
I don't want to regret another day of my life. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I want to be everywhere, and I want to do like everything. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
I want to share that with like people, and I want to like bring awareness to things. And it's just like, how do you do it all? Like, how are you everywhere? Like, how do you even know what people want to see? Like,
You
how do you even
know,
want to see what you have to share? Like, you know what I'm saying?
I
Like,
I just told this to a preacher, to a pastor today, when he was not writing, but he was talking about how do I know I'm a good leader. I said, and I told him, I said, a good leader will really not see all their fruit because they're not concentrating just on trying to impress everybody. They're concentrating on just doing the best that they can and keeping things in order. When you're in your mind and going back and forth, like Gorilla Blue said, because the enemy will
yeah,
talk to you. The mind is the first
yeah,
battleground. The mind is the
mm,
battleground. While you're doing the love that God put inside you, people are gonna connect, people are gonna see. Somebody might just see a gas station they want to stop at that
mhm,
you stopped at. You did what you did. You didn't have to do no backflip at the gas station, even though you do your dance. But I'm just saying, you
yeah,
don't have to do anything special. All you have to do is just live the life that God put in you, the joy, the
yeah,
memory of your son, and just go out and explore and just do your pictures and the little things. That's why we started following you. You know,
yeah,
it
yeah,
wasn't that, oh wow, she jumped off that building in a parachute. No, it was the little things. It's the little things that add up to the big things
yeah,
how you will leave a legacy and show the livelihood in you that everybody can enjoy.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool. I
Hmm.
just, how like sometimes you don't want to be overwhelming.
Hmm.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what's too much? Like how much is too much? Like when is like enough? Like, you know what I mean? Like, oh, you're here, you're there, you're this, you're that. And again, and it's not because you're trying to do something for somebody else. Like, you really just love to do it, and you really just
Hmm.
want, really
Hmm.
just like, I love watching other people's journeys. I'm like, oh, look at that, that was cool. Like, I wanted this, I wanted that. Like you said, I still have not been to Bucky's. I'm like, I gotta get to Bucky's. I gotta get some brisket.
Bucky's is a Texas thing now. Okay, go ahead.
Like, gotta get there so that I can experience that, because everybody talks about this. So like, that's on my bucket list. Like,
Hmm. Hmm.
whole Bucky's tour. Like, I'm gonna go to like 5 Bucky's.
Right, right.
You know what I'm saying? Or like something.
Good.
You know, like, I want.
But enough. When you say how do you know enough is enough? For who? For you or everybody that's watching you?
Yeah,
Because watch this, I know Gorilla Blues on here, or we got all these other guys and ladies that ride.
yeah,
Well, if I'm following Piper for this week, okay, I know Piper's okay. I'm gonna go jump over here and watch so and so ride.
yeah,
You just
yeah. Because
keep
you
doing your thing because
yes, yeah,
yeah, you
yeah,
keep doing your thing because while I'm watching so and so ride, somebody else will jump over and watch you, and things
yeah.
like that. So that when is enough, it's really not for you showing us. When is enough for you that you're tired? Now, if you're not tired, you just keep doing your thing.
Right.
And then people will jump on and jump off and jump on and jump off. And that's when we don't worry about who's watching us. We just love everybody that does watch us.
And so Blue just
You know.
took 17. That's crazy. 17 people
Hmm.
or the 48 states. Yeah, and then
Hmm.
you make something that's going to break something. It's just like, what are you going to take from that? Like, you know what I mean? And the ones that broke, are they still positive? Do they say nice things about you? Do they say like mean things about you? Like, how, you know what I mean? Like, how people perceive you can sometimes break break your spirit. Like, you know what I mean? If they trying to do in a good light and make it bad because it wasn't a nice experience for them, then it's just like, dang, like I wanted you to enjoy something and see something, but because your experience wasn't the best for you, you're turning it into something else. Like, you know what I mean? So people can take a good thing,
Right, right, right,
you
right.
know, like,
And like what Gorilla Blue did, what he did, and what some a lot of other people does, that he's geared for that. You see what I'm
yeah,
saying? How
yeah,
can I say in the church we'll say he's graced for that. Me, I just got my little crew and we're gonna go and do our thing. We gotta have our fun.
right.
You know, long as you're in your lane, as we say in the world, is you in your lane. If you're the type of person, I wanna let people come ride with me to 17 or for how many, then you're graced for that. God geared you, tuned you in for that. He may not have tuned me in for that.
Right.
So he tells me, well, you get out there and you just at every stop, you do a prayer, you laugh, you joke, and but somebody else might not be tuned in for that, you know.
Mm.
So whoever people are going to connect to wherever
They
where
fit.
they're geared to.
Yeah,
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 know, everybody can't ride with you, Piper. You see what I'm saying?
yeah,
No, not saying that you just a hard rider, but everybody can't click with your spontaneousness. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Everybody can. You stop, you get the dance. They're like, oh, when she come home, everybody can. Everybody can't click with that.
Yeah, yeah,
And you have to be okay with that.
yeah,
But then they gonna have to be okay with somebody that does click with you. Well,
yeah,
girl, we see you later because we gone.
yeah,
You know? So
absolutely.
and everybody just have to find their click and find their lane.
Yeah,
But yeah, you just keep doing your thing. And the things that you see and the things that people see where you go and experience,
uh-huh.
and they say, you know what? I want to go there because I saw Piper there, or I saw Gorilla Blue there, or I saw Reef there, or I saw so and so there. You know,
You see
I
all heroes. You see his Bumblebee? Did you see Jamie Foxx?
yeah.
Like, they,
Yeah. Well, Reef came to visit me. I was in the hospital when he went to do that. And he came to visit me and showed me. I said, and that's right down the road from me. You know, it's like,
nation to
yeah, the
go to.
Bumblebee. Yeah, I said we can go hit that up in 45 minutes and come back home.
Yes,
So
yes, like that's fly. Like I love it, and I love people who they say like don't gatekeep, like don't keep it a secret, like
yes,
with all of us, because something that you see beauty in, like I may find beautiful too, or like, you know what I mean, like, or if it's a good place to eat, or they have good sales there, they have like just sharing, because everybody can't get everywhere, like, and a lot of times we live that curiously through each other, and
yeah,
each other, like, man, I might not have been there, but I felt like I was, like, you know,
right,
I couldn't get off that weekend, or or my bike was down or something. It's just like I don't feel I never really see, they call me the unicorn because I see good in
right.
everybody. Like there could be I'll be like, where's the rainbow on the other side of the turkey? Like it's fertilizer. Like I just see so I never think that people are intentionally being mischievous or bad. I mean, I know the enemy's out there, but to what extent? Because what he's trying to do can only make you stronger, because God is going to protect you. He's
Hmm.
going to help guide you and navigate you away from it. So even that bad element being there ultimately turns into something good. Like, you know what I mean? So I
Hmm.
never
Hmm.
had
Hmm.
these trying to outdo someone, or be better or stronger, or I don't know, take credit for something. Like, you know what I mean? Like I feel like everybody is contributing what they were meant to contribute, and you just
Yeah,
take what you can. Like you said, if you're done with that person for this week and you're gonna go look at something else, you'll come back when
you'll
it's time for you
come
to
back.
yeah. Yeah. So
There's people out there. I'm ready. I'm sitting here waiting for when they gonna go on another ride.
yeah, like you were in the hospital, so if you're watching him, you're like, yeah, like all right, like soon as I get out, like I'm ready, like, you know what I
Uh,
mean? But
uh,
imagine if he hadn't come or he didn't do that, like that might be something that you missed, and it's right down the street. You know what
It's right down
I'm
the street. Right,
saying?
right. Yeah,
I
yeah.
love stuff like that. And I just, like I said, I wanna share. So I love all the groups, like, the back roads group or on the ground,
Mm-hmm.
like to get yonder, because it gives you inspiration. I
Mm-hmm.
feel everyone that I've met, who I've encountered, have come in my life in this bike world, are inspiration. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I mean? I take a little bit of something from everybody, and I just appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Just
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
it's a beautiful thing. And like, if you would ask me 20 years ago, could I imagine this? I would be like, no, like, you know what
Right.
I mean? But I love, like, it got me through so much, like, you know what I mean? And just the energy and the genuineness of it, because we're still really strangers to each other until we're not. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And it
Mm-hmm.
draws you in and it keeps you
Yeah,
there. And that's
yeah.
beautiful. And that's how you know that it's pure.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? You make relationships out of convenience or because you're getting something from it. But when it's just because, you can't
Mm-hmm.
take that, you know what I mean?
Can't take it away. Right.
Uh,
And we'll make each other. And I made this comment. I don't know if it's with you or some other people. I said I look at everybody I had encountered in riding and going to these events and everything, and I said, you know what? Besides me wanting to meet Janet Jackson, I want to meet uh uh
cool lady.
Piper, or I want to meet
That.
this lady, or I want to meet Mama D. I want to, besides that, because we become when we watch each other, we become each other's superstar.
Absolutely. Isn't that crazy? It's
Yeah, we become each other's superstar. Yeah,
without even trying. Like,
without even trying, having fun.
you never know what somebody may be like going through in that day, and then just seeing you riding,
Your mic is off.
like
There
seeing
you go.
people riding, or seeing someone happy, or seeing someone having fun, put a smile on their
Mhm.
face because they're having like the best day. You know what I mean? Like,
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
what what I enjoy, the unintentional intentions. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
That's a
Hmm.
nice, like, pleasure, because there's no expectation in that. Like, you're just, like you said, being yourself, just doing you, and it's making somebody else happy. So if I
Hmm.
on somebody's face, that's mission accomplished right there, because
There you go.
I think I'm a funny person. I entertain myself like, I'm so crazy, man. Like, and
Now
I just
watch this. Then you do you know when you think back at when you first met certain people, that one incident or that one greeting, you look back and how y'all relationship has grown or and friendship and everything,
yes.
how you follow each other. You look back and say, you know how we met? Do you remember how we met? Do you
And
remember?
then it was
I
Tulsa.
bet you don't.
No,
I bet you don't.
so no, it wasn't Tulsa. I'm trying to think. It was a ride to eat.
It was a
Was it?
ride to
It
eat.
was
Do
a
you
ride
know?
to eat.
Do you remember what happened at the ride to eat?
Let me
It
think.
was in Oklahoma.
So I know we got there late because we went to Tucumcumry to do the bum burner. Well,
Hmm.
we wound up getting bum burner silver, and we came back. Where we had to catch that place, or the big bottle.
You remember that bike? You remember that motorcycle that was leaving the restaurant and you were standing in the parking lot talking and it tried to go around you and fell?
I was talking. Was I talking to What?
I don't know who you was talking to.
I think
I
I
know
was.
I
I was
know
in
I
my
was
truck,
trying not to hit you. I was trying not to hit
and
you because you were standing and there was a ditch there. And I thought you was gonna move. You didn't move, so I tried to go around you, and over I went.
you tipped over. See? No, I don't even remember you. Did I help you up? I did.
No, look. The funny thing is, I was so embarrassed. I just stood there. Everybody rushed over there to help my wife. And then I wouldn't even look at nobody. I would just stare straight ahead.
That
They picked
is
us up.
crazy.
They picked us up. I think you say, "You all right?" I just stared straight ahead.
Like,
Soon they say go, I said, "I'm going back to the hotel. I'm going back to the hotel."
and you know what's so crazy? We all do that. Like, we all tip over. Shoot, I dropped my bike just this coffee ride because I was trying to turn real quick to get out the parking lot because I needed to get there before 8 o'clock before they closed. And I just, I was like, damn, how I'm gonna pick this bike up. I was like, this sucks. Even when it was Radmore's memorial, and when I got to the parking lot, Sonia Princess Ryder was there, and I was like, and I went to reach out for her. And you were you there? It was
I didn't make the memorial run.
and my bike ticket it was tossing, and Clay Solo came and picked it up. I was like, oh, I was trying to get a hug, and Baby Shark I don't know what, I just like stood up. I was so, you know how and that's what I like being excited to see people. Like, I can't wait to get someone like the rap to each. You be like, ooh, this person's gonna be there. This person's gonna be there. And just to get a picture, just to get a smile, and see for like a long time. And I was so excited because we're in West Virginia and all you guys live down south. Like, you know what I mean? So the fact that I made the trip up, I was like, ah! And I just stood up and let go of everything. The bike was like, just like, how'd you do that, Piper? I don't know, but let's pick it up so I can get my So yeah, and I think that's what's beautiful too, like the relationships that you've developed with people, like, and it's genuine and it's
It
there
is.
and it's nice.
It is. It is.
That's a
Riding brings a lot of people together, especially when you go riding across country. You got other people riding across country. You stop
yeah.
when on the way to Sturgis. I stopped. No. That was on the way to Sturgis on our Midwest ride. Other people going to Sturgis. And we stopped, get gas, and they stopped, say, "You going to Sturgis?" I said, "No, I'm going up, but I'm going the other way. I'm going towards Chicago."
But
You know.
still got to
So
see everybody and feel
yes,
like after people you
yes.
down there and the stories, like
Hmm.
every it's I don't know. I just really enjoy it. I don't know where I would be without it. Like, and that's so crazy. Like, when you think about just that small piece of your world that brings so much joy. You
Joy.
know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like,
Yeah.
and it's just like, I don't know, like, and it's a fragment for some of us because of how our weather is. So then that's really where we have to turn to, like, the postings and like the stories and the journey, because there's 10 feet of snow outside my door, so I can't go anywhere. So I'm definitely watching somebody else, like,
That's why I
oh,
left the
soon
that's why I left
as
the
it
Northeast.
snow, I'm coming. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I can't wait. Like,
That's why I left the Northeast.
gotta move. I think I'm gonna move to Savannah. I love me some Savannah. And then it's like just right. Like, it's not too hot, it's not too cold, and you're close to the Carolinas and down south and Florida. I gotta move. I gotta
Hmm.
move. I don't
Hmm. Hmm.
Bird doesn't like the snow up here. Like, something gotta give. You know what I mean? But yeah, I appreciate you so much. And so,
Yes,
how
ma'am.
were you in the hospital long, or you weren't in
I
it
was
long?
in there. I wasn't feeling well on Sunday after church. I went there, and I wanted them to do the scan, but they said they have to admit me to do the scan, and I'm sitting here thinking, like, y'all can't let me just do the scan. Let me go.
Right.
So all night I was there. All Sunday night I was sitting in the emergency room all Monday. All Monday I was just sitting there.
Why?
Then because they couldn't get me a room. So when they got me a room, it was the funniest thing. They got me a room. I'm sitting up there. I sat in the chair. You gonna get in the bed? Y'all ain't gonna make me no patient. I came here to do a scan. I sat in the chair. You gonna turn the
And you
TV
would
on?
think
I started looking at
after
TV
all
on my
that
phone.
time, they would have just did the scan instead of making you wait. But why'd they make you wait?
And then I got up there and they said, "Oh, what are you here for?" I said, "To do a scan."
Oh,
They're like, "Oh." And then so I stayed there, and that's when Reef came. Reef told me, he said, "I was calling you." I'm like, "I know Logic ain't ignoring me." Then he said, "Then I saw that your butt was in the hospital."
see, but everything is fine, or you still have to wait for the results.
Well, no, I got the results right then.
Oh, so then you're good. That's good. That's
Yeah, I'm doing better. I just I gotta do better with myself because when I lost weight, I was doing good, and then I gained all that weight back. Blood pressure was high.
oh. So now,
They said,
so if I see you with someone, I'll be like, now you.
"Oh no, I'm doing good. Look here." When I saw that, I had a bowl of ramen noodles. I threw that sucker away.
But I'm sure.
I did.
I'm
I
sure
did. I said,
we
"Okay,
have
I
to hold,
ain't this."
hold each other accountable so that we can be
Exactly.
10 years from now having fun at our
The
RTEs. So when
RTE.
you say he's taking a crew up to Sturgis, I want to do Sturgis this year too. He has 6 rooms booked. Come, yeah. Oh, that's nice. Pay for them for a gift.
See,
Oh, he's trying to get.
see, Gorilla. You a different
Yeah,
kind of nice.
yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Like, some of us got it and some of us don't got that. Like,
You see what I'm saying?
but again,
That's what he's
people
grace for.
and people may not experience that because they can't afford it. But now he's given an opportunity for you to
Right.
experience something that you would have not otherwise experienced. That's what I'm saying, like about this community. Like, you pay it forward all the time, and it's not even like an intentional thing. It's just like, I booked 6 rooms. Like, whoever want to come can come. Like, you know what I mean? Because that's
Mm-hmm.
not in our scope to do. Like, when you hear Sturgis, that's not really something that might be on your bucket list because it's not Black Bike Week. It's not, the Jamboree in Tampa. It's not, but you're like, oh, if there's a way for me to get there, because you also don't want to be outcasted because it's not your lane per se. But who says
Right.
your lane when you've never even given an opportunity to be there? Because
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
you know what I'm saying? And now he's given an opportunity.
We went. I had you. Sometimes you got when you talk to people to get them to go experience things like that. That's Black Rose right there.
Right.
um, you have to change the
Right.
communication because I told people I said, "They said you went to Sturgis." I said, "I went to the Black Hills. I
Absolutely.
I went to Mount Rushmore.
Yes.
I went through
Yeah.
Sturgis, but I went to Devil's Tower.
Yeah.
Oh, where was that at? At Sturgis."
For real, honestly, because
Just change the
and
narrative.
that's meeting people where they are. Because you
Mm-hmm.
use that word Sturgis, they're like, I'm not there.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like, why would I want to go there? But like you said,
Right.
isn't that where the needle's point is? Like when you ride through the look, I want all that smoke. And I've been there, and I didn't even we weren't there that long. We went to Mount Rushmore, but we were doing a 48, so we passed by it. But now that I know that there's so much more there, I can't wait to go back.
Oh my gosh. I didn't get a chance to go through Death Valley, but I want to go through there.
Oh, I'll wait for you to come out and you tell me
Well,
about it.
it's a national park. It's like I think it's if Reef is on, he can. I know he went through there. I think
But
it's only like a 23-mile loop.
wait, though, what am I thinking? Maybe I'm thinking not Hell's Canyon. What's the one that's real like hot and that you don't like?
Oh,
It's not stuff
that's not up there. I think that's probably over there in
Arizona.
Nevada. Yeah, Arizona or Nevada somewhere.
I'm trying to think where that is, and they were like, "Don't go, and you can't
Oh
survive, and
no,
it's crazy."
no, this one you want to go through. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay, then I want to. Let me see. What is
Said
it?
Cali did Death Valley. Derek Sullivan said Cali did Death Valley. I thought Death Valley. I thought Death Valley was up there, and I didn't do it. It's up there in South Dakota. Cali out of Dallas.
Reef, answer us. Oh, Cali out of
Oh,
Dallas.
yeah, Death Valley is in California. Okay, what am I talking about? It's right up here. It's up in South Dakota. Uh,
Yeah. Yes. Okay. So you know what's crazy? Sometimes you don't even know where you are. So absolutely, so
yeah,
is in Nevada, and I say that because when where was I
yeah,
coming?
that is. You're right. It's the hottest desert. You're right. You was right. So what was I talking about?
I'm telling you because I was going somewhere in
The
the
Badlands.
Badlands. Oh, that's up top. That is up.
Yeah, that's up top. Yeah.
Dakota. Because it was so bad, and the wind was blowing so terribly, and it's only a 2-lane. It's one way this way, and it kept blowing me over. Like I had to get off the bike, and I put my head on the ground, and people kept riding past. I'm like, that's the universal sign for distress. Like, why ain't nobody? I wanted somebody to put my motorcycle in the back of their car and take me through it because it was so bad and so. And it was to the point that I was about to write a note and put in my pocket like, I love everybody. Sorry I put y'all through this stress, because I always like ride by myself, and I just knew it was going to blow me off the highway, and then the coyote was going to eat me, and they were only going to find my bones and my clothes. So I wanted to leave. You know what I mean? But then I prayed, and I got back on the bike, and I'm telling you, that wind was blowing so hard. And then when I got towards the end, I was like praying, like, God, please, please, please. Like I repeated this man's name or our Father's name so much. By the time I got to the end, it was like overcast. The sky opened up. Like I was like, I forget what the last thing that I said, but I was like, please, Lord, if you get me through this, whatever. And it just opened
up.
as if it had never even, when I tell you the sky was crystal, royal baby blue, and the sun and the clouds were fluffy, like, and I tried to look back like did I wake up? Like, was I dreaming? It's like but I knew I wasn't, because I have to post that video, because I made a video like, family, I love you. I'm sorry I traveled by myself and I put y'all through so much, in case they found me over there on the side of the road, because
By the road.
streaks. Like, I'm a crybaby. I don't know why I'm such a crybaby, but yeah, I like lost it. And when it opened, it was the most beautiful thing ever. Death Valley is definitely in Nevada.
Yeah, that
Absolutely. Like,
yeah, Death Valley. Yeah, I was thinking about the reef tripping. I was thinking about the Badlands up in South Dakota.
yeah,
Because it's a national park, and it has a loop around there. And I wanted to go, but I
but you
didn't make it.
didn't make it.
I didn't make
Yeah, and I think there's something fishing something bone when you leave South Dakota going into Wyoming.
South Dakota going into Wyoming. Okay. I went that way. Because that's going into Wyoming is where Devil's Tower is.
Yeah, it's called something fishing, something fish or pier. Oh, come on. Y'all know what I'm talking about? Let me see. Reef,
Oh.
talking about who's on it? I got it. Oh, it's like spearfish. Spearfish.
Oh, yeah. The city, the town.
Yes, yes. But
Oh, that's what you're talking. Yeah.
I could, so when you go through though, there's
Yeah, that's right outside. I think that's right outside Sturgis. You
right,
pass through Sturgis and go through that. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
and then and then you wind up going up and through Montana,
Mm-hmm.
like through like that. That's what I'm saying. Like, America has so many beautiful roads to see, and I want to see them all. I want to see them all.
That's the first road going north. We were going up toward. We were going to North Dakota, and that was the first road. I seen everybody. I seen pictures of people doing this where you're on the road and it looks like it's forever.
Yeah.
I was actually on one of them roads,
See?
and I'm looking. I'm like, and I looked out at my gas. I said, I'm full. I'm like, I don't see a gas station in sight. And then you riding, you go over this hill. When you come down the hill, there's a gas station. So I said, oh, okay. I said, okay.
That's why you have to have that gallon of gas in your tank. And I'm so glad they made the new
The one that fits in the saddlebag.
the
Yep.
a lot of space, because it's just like, I'm low range all the time. I don't even know what happens. Like, and I'm paying attention, but then for some reason that light comes on. I'm like, oh shoot! And when I put things like next gas station 25 miles, I'm
Well, I went up there with Pastor E.
like, okay,
Pastor
okay.
Pastor E don't like stop. So we flying. I'm looking at my gas tank. We flying. I'm calling him, hey Doc. He still flying. He like, we got the same bike logic. I know. I'm like, all right, man. I ain't used to. I don't ride tanks. And then We passing gas stations. I said, I ain't dying. We gonna be both of be on the side of the
Listen,
road.
because I can't peg you if you can't peg me. If we both out together, like what we do? Absolutely, absolutely. And that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like that's friendships and things that are built on the road. Like you don't have time to argue. You don't have time to
Nah.
eat. You don't have time to. You just have time to laugh. You're
Right. You gonna laugh. You are gonna laugh. You are going to laugh.
and you tell stories. Like that's the ride, laugh, repeat,
Mm-hmm.
ride, repeat, and that's
Said
what it's.
what's the one thing that made you pull over and get off the bike fast? Two things. I cramped up when I rode my V ride to South Carolina. Didn't know what I was doing. And when second time when a bee got in my helmet.
Oh Lord.
And it was just flying. It wasn't stinging. It was just flying around. I'm like, what is that?
I can't. Yeah, I would probably crash. I wouldn't even been able to get stopping and get off. I'd have probably, like you said, just jump. Like that would have been crazy. Like
I
eh,
cramped
I,
up. I cramped up from my shoulder to my toes. And what's his name? His name is Derek. I think he's out of Maryland. And he saw me post it. I'm laying on the side of the road because I'm cramped up.
wow.
He said, Logic. He said, Logic. This is the first time he said, Logic, if you can get up, get to the gas station, get you some pickle
And
juice, get you some mustard. From that time forward to now,
you
when
keep.
I leave, I'm got a handful of them little mustard packs in my
And I
vest. I
like
said, yep.
they make the pickles in spears, like it's cut, and then
Mm-hmm.
I
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
both sides like Charlie horses. I was like, and I was like trying to straighten my leg out, trying to move. That's what I'm. That was the most terrible thing.
Mm-hmm.
That could take you out,
It can take you out. Yes. 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 Yes.
like
Yes.
where your like position where your leg is. You got that one time, and so now I eat a banana. Like when I first set out for that potassium, I just try to make sure because if not, yeah, you in trouble. You need your
Mm-hmm.
must bananas.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like it that's
Yeah.
a joke.
So when people talk about I'm gonna do this long distance ride, I say, no, I'm not gonna take it away from you. I'm not gonna tell you not to do it. I'm not gonna tell you not to explore it. But let me give you just a little bit tip.
And start hydrating because that's what it is too.
Yes.
When you don't have enough water, it just like your muscles like just start pulling from everywhere and anywhere and
Mhm.
and they see
Yeah.
no. And for people like you said who don't like to stop and who don't like to go to the bathroom and they don't drink water, oh, you're getting a cramp.
Yeah,
You're getting
you gotta get a cramp and
cramping.
you might pass out when you stop.
Yeah, absolutely. So you don't want to
And you don't want to do that. You don't want to do that. I rode through Boston with my we called our epic ride. I went from here to Key West on the V ride, here to Key West, Ocean City, Maryland. I preached there, then I was on my way up to Maine. Got to Ocean City on my way, and my gout in my big toe kicked in.
they said that's great. And it cramps you, right? Like they said
Make a grown man cry.
they said gout. So but you have a like amlodipine or something that you have to take for like right?
Well, I have medication for it now, but I was doing the natural. I was drinking black cherry juice.
Oh.
I was drinking the natural. I was doing black cherry, but I'm on the road.
Oh.
I'm
And
riding.
it just was like pew!
No,
And you're
It
just
was
like,
it
oh
was just pain.
shit.
It was just pain. It was just all it was pain. And we rode all the way to Boston. First lady and 250 had no sympathy for me. They walking and looking, leaving me. I said, oh, go ahead. I'm limping.
I did y'all ride last year. You and Pastor E left, or the year before. Y'all did the epic
Mhm.
ride twice, right? Y'all went all over twice. You and Pastor E.
Me and Pastor E did a lot of rides.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah. People don't understand how many rides me and Pastor E did.
Mama D
Coming back and forth from North Carolina to Texas.
said,
Hmm.
Mama D said, add sea salt to your water.
Yes.
Okay, I gotta put that on there. I didn't even think about that. But so let me ask you this: how much sea salt, and how often do you have to drink that? Because does that lead to like hypertension, or is it only like right before your ride or during your ride, and then it's done, Mama D? Like how often do you drink, like like throughout the whole ride, or just um, right before it or like during it? Yeah, black. That sounds like black cherry juice, but black cherry juice is probably good, like real juicy.
Oh
So where did
yeah,
you have
I
jar
get it from
black?
I get it from the GNC.
Oh,
It's the tart black cherry, the tart black cherry. You got to get the tart.
juicy juice.
Real commercial jam. No, you can't go get no. Nah,
Yeah.
that's gonna quench your thirst.
What does the tart do? Like it
it,
combats the gout.
it breaks down that acid that builds up in your yeah. It breaks down the acid,
Oh,
the acidic acid. Yeah.
the
When I researched what it was, it's like that the acid that builds up, it curls up like claws, and that goes into your nerve.
oh oh
Yeah, yeah. And then look, some of that is caused by eating good. I mean, eating good because a lot of fish. Because I
right.
ate a lot of fish, will make that acid build up.
Dang, that's crazy. That's absolutely insane. Now we
Mm-hmm.
learned two things: natural black cherry juice, tart black
Dark
cherry juice.
flavor.
With
Mm-hmm.
your acid buildup, with your gout. Sea salt in your water. We already know pickles,
And
mustard, or
mustard.
pickles,
Mm-hmm.
and bananas. The
Banana.
potassium. That's it.
Mm-hmm. And stay hydrate.
You said a pinch of sea salt does not affect your blood pressure. A pinch each. Oh, just a pinch each
Just a
bottle of
pinch.
water. So
Okay.
okay, so
Mm-hmm.
cool. And they also said when you put 5 Hour Energy in Mountain Dew, like you just like dump it in there and like you drink it over time, like it helps with your energy levels too, because 5 Hour Energies are natural, so it curb fatigue and things, like it just goes like straight across. So that was something somebody else told me when they were doing their long distance journey, because they said Mountain Dew has a lot of caffeine in it. Mountain Dew doesn't do anything for me. A lot of people take that for headaches. They definitely do it on the road with the 5 Hour Energy. And somebody else said something about Mountain Dew and it helps, and I never knew that it had all those.
I never drink Mountain Dew.
Yeah, me either. But they like swear it. What do they say? Oh,
I drink like I'll pack 2 5 hour energies, but I'm gonna get some sleep
yeah, yeah.
because I don't want to get tired enough to take those 5 hour energies.
I,
you know,
because you do
you
have
know.
to do it before
So,
you get to that point so that it's in your system.
hmm
Yeah, after, yeah.
hmm
Like you said, if you just rest, you won't have to do that. Reef said eating high on a hog, fish, shellfish, asparagus, and
food
food dyes.
that eating high on the hog.
That is so. Oh, it has electrolyte. That makes sense. Oh, you know what else I like too? They have the electrolyte pop
Electrolyte water.
and the freezy pops, because a lot of
Oh,
times it's just like it's like a freezy pop, and it's so good. Like and it has the electrolyte, so not only are you quenching your thirst, and it's something cold, and it's
hmm
it's easier than keep a bottle of water. You know what I mean? Like it's
right.
and I found those in Texas after Ride to Eat when I picked up my bike from Alabama, and I had you have to break your engine in 1,000 miles when you first get it. So I went to Texas and then back to Biloxi. Yeah, is that what it was in Biloxi? Yeah, in Biloxi. And I found them there because I was hot as hell. Like, and I never really get hot because I'm anemic, so I like to eat. I was hot. I was hot then, and that lady had a whole pack of them. She gave me the whole pack because like they sold them separately, but she just gave me the whole like 24 pack. I was like,
Hmm.
yeah.
Mama D said those things have sugar in it.
Electrolyte popsicles, freezy pops.
She said those have sugar added though. I think that's what she's talking about.
Probably
I've never seen them.
they're
I just think the electrolyte water.
maybe that's why I was so
Yeah,
happy.
she said yeah.
Yeah, yep, she's talking about that. I liked them a
She's
lot. Maybe that's why.
like, but I like them. I like them.
I liked them a whole lot. Let's do gas for all of the information. I'm going to pin all of these for. Oh, Reef said a ton of it. So kill my dream. Why don't y'all? Thank you very much. Better. I'm gonna just do the natural sea salt and water.
You
Not
see?
any more.
Mama D said, look here now. Look here now. I done gave you the sea salt.
Right. Yes, ma'am. I'm gonna pay attention because you've been doing it way longer. But I appreciate it. And I'm gonna listen. Yes, ma'am.
What did Derek Sullivan say? Y'all need to do this more
Yeah.
often.
Every Monday. It's every Monday. Yes, every Monday at like 7:30ish. But I couldn't get myself together. Like my eyes were so puffy. I was just so sad, and I was just like,
And go,
but
Godson. I said, I'm sorry, bro. I said Pastor E earlier. I meant Godson.
absolutely.
Correct me.
Right. Just right. Just right. Yes, absolutely. Yes. Every Monday, come tune in. We just run our motors, run our motor miles. Just pick up.
Run your mouth with Piper.
Absolutely. And it always comes to be like a lesson learned and some good information. So
Mm-hmm.
we'll be able to come back, read it, pin like the ones that are
Yes,
important.
yes,
We're not going
yes,
to
yes.
like popsicles because Mama D said too much sugar,
Too
and we got to be.
much sugar. Too much sugar.
So we're going to do it the
Don't
natural.
let Mama D have to ride over there to meet you.
She's going to see the popsicle. She'll be like, didn't I tell that girl? I don't want no smoke. I don't want no.
Right.
I'm going to put my sea salt in the bag and make sure it's in my tour pack. So every time I get a bottle of water, I'm just going to sprinkle it in there. Absolutely. Because I have cramps. Look. Right. Absolutely. I got it. And the 5-hour energies too. My doctor did say they were natural, but like he said, they do have a bad taste. Like Moose was like,
you know, I don't drink the whole bottle no more.
you
I'll
don't even need it.
I drink a little and I'll drink something behind it.
Yeah.
Because I was doing those ever since I used to be driving my car when I was in the military, driving my car back from New Mexico to New York.
Uh-huh.
And I know me, if I drink 2 of those, after that second one, it don't work no more.
Crashes. Like you
Yeah, I'm gonna crash. Yeah. Yeah, I'm out of there.
with the caffeine, like I had so much of it, and it was just like I was like, ooh, this is not right. Like something was great, but they were good. I had a Toast Crunch one. I had a Lucky Charms one. I had something that had maple brown sugar crunch. I had some good coffee. I had some good. That was. But yeah, I'm gonna pay for it. Probably these next couple of days is gonna be bad, but thank you guys for tuning in, and as always, thank you, brother. I'm so glad that you're good.
Yes, man. We
So
love you,
from
sis.
Texas, we're gonna do Bubble Bee together, and then we're gonna go to Reese's house so he can make us a big steak.
Okay.
Sounds like
okay. We can do that.
See you next Monday, good people. I thank you guys as always. If there's something that you want to talk about, something you want to hear about, or a nice topic that you have, just let me know and we'll discuss it on Running Your Motor with Piper. Motorcycle Mondays. Love you guys.
Love you. Bye-bye.